I'm Joshua from Horror Depot, and shout out to Mad Angel Films for allowing me to be part of Graveyard Shark. And now you're gonna see their Q&A with the producer, the director, the writer, and half the cast.
Hey everybody, thank you guys for coming out. I really appreciate it. My name's Joshua, I run the Horror Depot. I just put this event together to support independent film, and especially horror, because I love horror. So thank you all for coming out, and of course the entire cast and crew is here, which I'm very grateful for. I wasn't expecting all of you guys to show up, so that's really cool. Thank you again, Matt, for letting me be part of.
Thank you.
I'm extremely grateful to be part of this film. So if you guys go home, make sure you follow Horror Depot and Mad Angel, because they're fucking awesome. So without further ado, I'm just going to open it up to them.
I'll just introduce myself. I am Matthew Peters, the writer and director of Graveyard Shark.
Hi, Matt.
Hello.
A little bit about yourself.
I'm Ryan Santiago, I play the sheriff. There's really nothing else to say unless you guys want to ask me, so I'll be waiting for questions.
Doesn't it work?
Yeah. Excuse me.
I am Jason Covey, and I am the line producer.
Testing. Number one, just to reiterate what he said, thank you guys for coming. You guys could have spent your hard-earned money on seeing Beetlejuice, but you chose to watch this movie.
We have a 4.5-hour drive home.
That's my signal. That means I'm very long-winded. My name is Berndele March. I play Captain Isaac Seyburn in Graveyard Shark, the film you just saw.
Wait, this isn't Beetlejuice?
I'm sorry, but no.
It's been
There were five. It's showtime. Showing my age.
Close enough. I'm Chris Faraji, and I played Chad, or victim number 3. And I wanted to thank everybody, as well as the cast and crew up here, because this was my first big thing, and this was a lot of fun.
Woo! Yeah.
All right, floor is open. Cool. Yes.
Go ahead, bro.
Are you just traveling around the country, different showings of this, or how are you making your money back?
As the director of the film would often say, this is a Jay problem. So Jay, answer that
Yeah, Jay,
question.
how are we making our money?
The short answer to that is no. We are here, and we are going to a film festival in Kentucky at the end of the month.
We have a showing in London.
We have a showing in London.
We also have
We had a showing in Germany.
Canada.
We have a showing in Canada
And
coming
last
up.
but not least, the show in Tokyo, Japan.
Oh yeah, Tokyo, Japan, Shark Fest next.
Nice.
And we've also won an award.
We don't know what it is yet.
We don't know what it is yet, but
It says
we said
award
we won
winner
something,
on Film Freeway, that's all that
So
matters.
we are award-winning filmmakers.
This is for the actors. Did you guys get to ad-lib a lot of your parts?
Yes, I'm the king of ad-lib. Mostly because I can't memorize my lines for shit. And Matt realizes that, so he just lets me flow. If he wants to edit things out, he can. Yeah, I basically can't remember anything, so I just go on this rant. Somehow, about 95% of it makes it into the movie. The rant that you saw in the beginning of the group meeting, I only had one line. Here was the original line. I tried to warn you, but you would not listen. And then I left. As you can see, that was not all that was said in the film. So that was all ad-lib. So yes, we have the freedom, thanks to our wonderful director, to ad-lib. Yes.
Is this your first film, or?
This was number 22.
22, yes. So we've made 22 previous films. We've been doing this for the last 17 years.
Oh, wow.
The other ones are available over there.
Yes, we have plenty of them on sale. But this was one of our I think, our best and most fun experiences we had. And it's been getting a lot of good positive reviews online and praises and award-winning wins. So it's been quite the fun experience. But definitely not a first or last. We're currently in production of another one right now, Blood Red Beach.
Blood Red Beach, Indiegogo is live, so keep
AKA
an eye out for that. Big Booty Pirates.
We're gonna get that going. We're gonna change that to Big Booty Pirates eventually. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. All right, cool.
So I've got another question, I guess, from you up. How was it to get killed in the movie? How did you feel about it all the way up?
Getting killed was fantastic. I have the same issue as Berndele. I can't remember anything. So the first time he tore my arm off, I stopped screaming and I'm like, oh, I did a great job. And Matt's like, I didn't say cut. Oh, my bad. I mean, let's do that again. But it was a lot of fun. It really was.
I'm not gonna lie, I was very disappointed. When Matt gave me the script to this movie, at first I thought since I kind of started it that I was gonna survive. This right here, I believe, is my 5th film with Mad Angels, and I die in all of them. The script goes as follows. Captain Isaac Seyburn and Graveyard Shark do battle in an epic fight. As you can see in this film, there was no epic goddamn fight involved in this film whatsoever. But hopefully, somewhere down the line, the black guy will actually survive.
Don't get your hopes up.
I didn't die. I don't think I've ever died in a film yet.
He dies on the inside when he has to edit.
I've died a few times in Mad Angel Films movies. I kind of want to make this one a little more interesting. So the whole choking out with the intestines was, it was just something that we gave a shot and it worked. And I mean, dying is fun in a movie. If you're the hero, you want to live. But I mean, if you get the chance to die, I mean, who gets that opportunity? Most people get it once. We get to do it as many times as we want. So yeah, it was a great time.
I die every time I log into the bank account.
I've died so many times in these films that I've got to find creative ways to die. I'm running out of creative ways to die. Just a hint, Matt. So
Maybe you won't die again.
Eventually, thank you.
So, was it intentional that Graveyard Shark may have conceived a child and end up having child Graveyard Shark?
Would you like to answer that, Matthew?
I mean, it's a pretty good idea. So there's a scene that didn't make it towards the end of the film that kind of cut out, which Sadie is indeed, in fact, pregnant. So if there was a sequel, we'd be leaning heavily into that.
They're already writing fanfic. Yeah, you did good.
Yeah.
Oh, we got fan fiction going on?
That sounds good.
Wait a minute, what? It's fan fiction?
Probably.
It just started just
Just
right now.
now.
We're getting the ball rolling. That's news to me.
What made you guys decide to go with the beefcake model for the shark?
So we didn't want to do CGI, and we wanted to do something that was kind of very opposing and scary. So I wanted to kind of do like a humanoid creature, and I was looking at muscle suits, and I found myself in a Chinese sex shop where they sold these giant muscular beefcake bodies.
He was looking for other things.
Yeah. And we decided that was the route we wanted to go. We wanted to make them really big, imposing, very kind of, a little sexy, and I think we nailed it.
It looked like 80s Danzig.
Originally for the sex scene with Sadie and the Graveyard Shark, he wanted to have order and appendage for the shark. We shot that down immediately. So yeah.
It's too much. It would have made the movie
Yeah, that
weird.
was too. Yeah, that would have made it too weird. We don't want to go overboard with this film, so we shot it down.
True.
What about the mermaid?
What about her?
How was that scene to shoot?
Amazing. I will say this. Believe it or not, I've been kissed a lot.
Moms don't count.
All right, I've been kissed 3 times. I would say, and I say it all the time, these guys get tired of hearing it, easily my top 3 best kisses in life. She's a married woman in real life. So much to the point where she's like, woo, that was amazing. And she messages me from time to time saying, I miss your kisses. So, am I a home wrecker? Maybe.
Next question.
So how much input did you guys have on the sound, especially the song with the mermaid scene?
Oh,
that's a-
yeah, the song, the mermaid scene is all this man right here. He wrote it.
I wrote and performed the song title Off the Hook. Originally, it was an idea. I wrote the lyrics, but I was just being lazy and procrastinating, and at first it wasn't going to be in the movie, and Matt kept harping on me about it to put it in the movie, and I got with a very talented person. He's not here today, but just want to shout out Dylan Morley, aka Butter Boy, and
He dropped the beat.
he dropped the beat. We did that song. We also did the end title song called Isaac's Land. That's the rap at the end of the song. But yeah, the Off the Hook song. What was the question again?
He had a lot of input.
Yeah, I had a lot of
Yeah, a
input.
lot
So,
into the music.
yeah, so I was procrastinating, and then Matt kept suggesting that we do it. We did it. I'm very grateful that he pushed me to do it. I'm very grateful that it made it in the film. So thank you, Matt.
Yeah, the rest of the score was really good too.
Yeah.
Did you guys like plan it that way, or was that the?
It was done actually by the guy who played the Graveyard Shark himself, Brandon Wheeler, a very talented musician who scored every scene other than the song scene. So we had a lot of work with him. We gave him some ideas. He kind of did his own thing, and it came together extremely well.
Is there a soundtrack?
Is the soundtrack available?
About that,
Working on it.
I suggested that we do a soundtrack. But some asshole who's not here, his name rhymes with Joe Capelli, shot it down and said we didn't need a soundtrack.
We have been pushing for you guys to put it on Spotify, at least those 2 songs though.
Yeah, Spotify,
Waiting
Apple,
for that.
iTunes. Yeah, we're waiting on that. So
Limited box.
be on the lookout. Yes, I suggested we do a soundtrack, but you know,
Joe.
Joe Capelli.
And Joe.
Fucking Joe.
How hot was that costume?
So the costume is extremely hot.
Whoa, costume?
What costume are you talking about?
The actors would take it off and they would just be pouring out sweat. It's extremely hard to breathe in it.
You guys can hold the shark head, it's right over here.
Yeah, it's heavy. It's the costume itself probably all together was close to 100 extra pounds carrying. Visibility is very low, so it made a lot of things hard to film. But we kind of found a way to work around it, and only one person passed out.
It's only one.
This is actually my first time that I've held this head. This head is,
Lies, you were holding earlier.
well, no, I mean, like, today.
It was earlier today.
Yeah, earlier today. What did I say? Okay. It easily weighs about 5 pounds, at least to me.
The head?
The head alone it weighs more.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's like 20 pounds.
it's pretty heavy. I was very taken aback by how heavy.
Remember during the end scenes, he couldn't hold his head up to lay on the ground.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah. It's because it's very. I mean, it's made out of silicone, so it's very heavy. It doesn't. I mean, it's awesome, but it was really hard to shoot with, so we had a little limited time, and yeah,
A lot of
a lot of breaks. The actors kind of were really hot and sweaty, of course, and they managed to plow through.
What happens to the rest of the suit?
Oh, we still have it. It's in my basement. It's too heavy and hard to bring anywhere, but it's still there. If anyone wants to buy it, I will sell it to you.
Was it specifically made for you, for the shoot? Was it specifically made for the shoot?
So like I said, the body and the pants, the legs were bought off a Chinese sex shop, and then we had a talented artist come in and repaint it to match the head and make it a different colors, and we built up from that area. So we kind of took the suit, we painted it, and made it our own.
Matt's lying. He's not going to sell the suit. He's actually going to wear that suit on his honeymoon.
We'll sell that
Yeah,
suit.
we'll sell it.
We got a question right over here. You raised his hand a few times. No? Yes.
I'm curious,
Yes.
how did you shoot it? Like over weekends or just straight through, or how did it go?
Dude, 8 questions per minimum, okay? No.
Yeah. It was shot over, we mostly shoot weekends. I want to say it was a total of 8 to 10 different days. Usually the long days on weekends, we usually end up doing 12-hour days. Weekends mostly because everyone has a day job still. So yeah, we, over the course of a few months, basically, we work on it on weekends.
Yeah, that's usually how we film our movies. Usually every movie that we've done over the weekends.
Following up on what it was like to wear the costume, what was it like being submerged within the water filling up with the mask?
That's a good question.
Oh yeah, none of you guys were there that day, just me, and the people. That was a really fun experience. The guy who was in the suit for that, we kind of lost his legs just in case, and we kept the suit unzipped in the back in case, you know, emergency happened and we had to get him out, because that thing holds water. Like, so we would take the mask out and just see all this water come down. So we were able to luckily get a few really cool shots of him going underwater and doing all that stuff. It was tricky because it made it like doubly heavy. We also filmed in water that was probably like this high for safety reasons, because I can't swim. Not that, because mostly my safety reasons I'm worried about. And the camera, we don't want to lose that either. So, but yeah, we took some precautions. We filmed in low water and just made things like hard, but the actor was powerhoused right through that, and we got some really cool shots underwater, which we were happy for.
Where is the graveyard? What location did you shoot at?
Oh, that's
Well, we actually shot at a few different graveyards. Well, so we're from upstate New York. So
is he.
Oh, is it? Oh. Well then I can be very specific then. We shot in the one in Utica. What was that one called? Forest Hill. We shot in the one in Little Falls.
Don't know.
And then we turned, the opening scene was technically my backyard, except for the nighttime scenes where there's a few that we broke into a graveyard and shot.
That's off the record though, right?
Yeah, it's off the record.
Off the record, that's not
Edit that out.
It's not on video.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, they were very cool with us being there during the daytime.
We got our pliers and cut it.
You just walk in.
Oh, you just walk in. Nighttime?
Yeah, we with the sun goes out. We're out. That's fine.
We're good. They don't care.
They're like us.
Who
We sent them a basket.
are they going to tell?
So you guys did an Indiegogo for this. What was the total budget? Just curious.
So the total budget, I want to say,
Let's see how wrong he is.
being around 1,200 or 12,000.
Yeah, no, surprisingly.
12,000. Most of that, so most of our budget goes to, I mean, the suit itself was almost 2,000 altogether. And then cast and crew, that's the majority of our budget. And then visual effects.
So your ice cream guys, Pookie and his friend, did they memorize or did they kind of wing it with those? Like, that was just hysterical.
They 100% memorized everything. They don't have Berndele's problem.
They actually know their lines. All right. Is that?
Well, I guess that, any more questions?
It's not a question, I just want to say it was hilarious.
Thank you very
There was just a lot of funny shit in there. The ad-libs, I was having this like Jaws flashback on steroids.
Thank you so much.
You have a question?
Watching the film again, just to your previews, is there any like particular scene that you felt like translated really well to the film? Or like you're just really satisfied with it, or a section?
I think we all probably answer that. I got two scenes which were my favorite. When I first came up with the movie and the idea, the first thing that I wrote was the bar scene with him telling the lead, Abby, about his night with the mermaid and how the graveyard shark came about. And that was the first scene I written in my head. I had an idea of how it would go, and I knew the people I wanted to cast for that scene. And then when we shot it, it was 1,000 times better than I could ever hope. That was amazing.
It was because of me.
Yeah, you're pointing. You're pointing was it. So to me, that was one of the scenes that really stood out, that I was really happy with, that just nailed everything for me. And then towards the end, the scene where the sheriff is finding the graveyard shark as a baby and seeing all that raw emotion and everything we did that day too was just really, for me, worked out extremely well on how I pictured it, and I was very happy with that. You have a scene in mind that you were happy with?
I also like that scene.
Okay.
It's just a 180-degree turn from what the entire movie is like. But I mean, I've watched this. This is now number 4 or 5 that I've seen it. And the one that I can't get over is when Berndele shows up to the group therapy. You're seeing all the faces on the wanted posters, and he just shows up and goes on a rant. And I mean, especially knowing him and knowing how much he's ad-libbing, it's just a pleasure. It's hilarious.
Yeah, so that scene legit was just him saying one line.
Yeah.
And none of the actors at that time knew he was going to go off on this rant, and their reactions, everything was priceless during that moment. It took us what should have been like, a 30-minute thing. We were there for like actually like 2 hours, but it worked out beautifully well. I loved it.
I guess I like your scene, Brian. When,
Thank you.
Yes, it's good. When you reveal yourself as the caretaker of the shark and how in love you are with the shark and you kiss his head. That was an excellent scene. Good job.
Thank you.
I too, not to toot my own horn, but really enjoyed the group therapy scene.
I didn't like that scene.
You didn't like it? You just, never mind. Just getting to try to break, it's funny, I was trying to break Stephanie Ward. She plays Abby in the film. I've tried to break her so many times, and in the process, I end up breaking myself. And, as Matt said, like something that should have took like 30 minutes to an hour, it took 2 hours because you just kept cracking up. So I enjoyed that scene. Also, believe it or not, I enjoyed the serious undertones of the film as well. I really, I said it before, I'll say it again, I really enjoy Ryan's character. He brings like a groundness and an even level to the film. So I enjoy the serious undertones of the film because it goes to show, yeah, there's some crazy things going down, but it could be serious. It could have a serious message. Like I said, a serious undertone as well.
I'm gonna toot Berndele's horn too, because I love the therapy scene, but I personally love all the little white people sprinkled in. The white people, I felt that. Also a big fan, because it was really shocking for me, was Bigfoot sex. Wasn't expecting Bigfoot sex.
Neither was I. I wasn't there that day. So I was like,
another scene I enjoyed was me throwing dirt on the camera.
That
was a good
shot.
That was a terrible shot. We'll never do it again.
Yeah,
That was an expensive shot.
Ever.
Jay was not pleased with that shot.
We'll never do it again.
I believe.
We'll do it again.
Yeah.
No.
That's going to be a tradition. Like a piece of plexiglass.
So I enjoyed that scene as well. So, yes.
I have a really important question. How was my dancing?
Phenomenal.
Top notch.
I've never seen better dancing.
Just say it was good.
Let's give Josh a round of applause for I've been to many strip clubs back in my day. Never saw quite ass shaking like I saw from Josh got me hot about it.
Yeah, it's not easy being this good looking. Easy.
How many gallons of blood?
At least one.
We just reuse the same blood. They spit it out, put it in someone, yeah.
Scraped it off.
I don't know if we actually have a number for that.
We don't track that.
We don't track
We
that.
should start tracking that.
We should try.
Let's not.
We got a guy for that. We're not getting that, we'll get
I'm not gonna track
A lot.
Who did all the blood spraying?
Whoa, that's a good question. We had a few people. We had a cool, few different awesome special effects people who worked on it. There's Dan, who did some really cool stuff. Even my soon-to-be fiance sprayed a few people in the face, which was very cool. We had a few people, like I think even Jay might have.
Yeah, I sprayed some blood.
Our main guy, Anthony, who did the shark suit, was also in there creating a lot of cool blood effects and deaths. I think he crafted your death as well as Berndele's death. And yeah, I think it was all really, really cool.
So, did I catch Jamie Morgan in the bar scene?
Yes.
Is that her?
Yeah,
Yes, that was her.
How did she end up in this film? I'm just curious.
She
Same
just
way
showed
she
up.
ends up in every film.
We know her very well.
She's-
She's been involved with a lot of horror movies.
She shows up and then she bribes us with candy.
I mean, that's the truth.
That's 100% true.
She's very helpful, so
Yeah,
she knows anything that we're up to, and, you know, if it's something that she can make it a drive out to, she'll come on set with snacks, and she'll do anything that will help the production out, so, you know, we need an extra, we'll put her in, we need, you know, whatever, she's there, she's cool to have around.
Yeah, she's an absolute sweetheart, and I enjoy her when she's around. You got a question?
What inspired you to name the werewolf Greg?
It was not you.
Oh, his name is Greg?
And I do like the game Werewolf.
It's a great game.
Yes, that's
That would have
fine.
been all man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's all coming together now.
What happened to the baby?
The physical?
Like the prop? Do you still have it?
Jenna wants it.
Oh, we have it, yes.
That
Is that for
too
sale
on sale, I guess.
Yeah, we'll sell it as well. Anyone wants it?
For sale.
So I'm a big fan of horror films, and thank you for inviting me out. Hearing that you ad-libbed that whole scene, I think is going to pay off when you go overseas, because when you look at that scene as a whole, it's almost like a homage to Jaws. Because you went that route with that extra long ad-lib, that goes right back to the Captain Quint scene in Jaws, where he talks about the whole tale and the whole damn thing. And even though you're saying white people, which was hilarious, if you remember the movie Jaws, Captain Quint speaks of himself outside of the townspeople when he's saying you people.
Okay.
And then when the sheriff dies, I got a little bit of Day of the Dead homage there. When Captain Rhodes was killed and he gets the intestines and he's saying choke on him. So I was wondering if there were any other homages kind of put in this film.
Goddamn, you know your stuff. I'll let. That's too much for me. I'm out.
That's actually a good question. Was there any homages?
Well, there is to our stuff.
It's our films, but it's really, really tough question.
So we do have a lot of inside jokes when it comes to, like Jay said, to our past films that obviously are going to make us laugh because we've seen them all and things like that. I'm sure Matt has been inspired by many films, even though he's mostly an action-adventure kind of guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, I don't know. He's the writer, so.
So, I mean, there are homages. So, I mean, more towards aspects of like Godzilla towards the end, with fighting different monsters, destroy all monsters. Was it technically a shark movie? I don't think so. It's more of a B movie, monster movie from like the early 50s and 60s, which I was more inspired by doing stuff like that, versus an actual shark movie. So it's more of a monster movie more than anything else. So I think I was more inspired by those films.
And as they stated previously, sometimes we pay homages to our own films that we did previously. In the film, the therapist mentions she once counseled a man that likes to dress up as a panda. That's actually from one of our films that we did, Barely Coping, also starring Santiago, where he dressed up as a panda in that film as well. So also, like, sometimes we'll show like older movies as when you saw when we went to the Shark's Lair. That was a movie from a film called Killing Time, which is also a recent film that we did. So sometimes we pay homages to our own films.
There's a lot of Brackish references. Brackish was our first film and our 13th film.
Weird man. Also, I mean, in general, this shark's design was inspired by things like Street Sharks, or Teenage Ninja Turtles and things of that nature. So heavily inspired by things like that.
Good job with the headbutt. Is that because it's a hammerhead?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, is Greg who killed her dad?
So, I mean, I don't want to give away anything.
This guy's good.
Yeah. So, I mean, I wouldn't say that Greg killed her dad, but maybe, someone in Greg's family. Certain mother, maybe.
A certain mother.
Nice.
Was something we might explore in a potential sequel.
Hey, you guys mentioned Weird Deer. Was that on purpose? I'm wearing a Weird Deer shirt right now.
I think it said Weird Bear.
They said Weird Beer and Weird Deer.
Did they
So it was
say
like Weird Deer and the
the horns that pierced
Yeah,
the
the
veil?
antlers.
Did not catch that.
Yeah, I should
You didn't catch that either.
I wrote it.
We added that in just before the movie started just now.
Yeah, we
started
saw the shirt.
Saw the shit.
Yeah.
I think I was randomly putting in weird were creatures for, it's kind of a scene that's kind of supposed to foreshadow what's happening with Greg and what Greg might be. So I was tossing out random weird things. I actually haven't seen Weird Deer, so I'll have to check that out.
Curse of the Weird Deer is a great movie.
Fantastic. We had a short list.
Well, guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Greatly appreciate
Thank
it.
you
And that was the Q&A with the cast and crew of Graveyard Shark. An absolutely hysterical horror movie that is way over the top and you need to see it.